hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, go shh. Very, very nice, very, very nice. That means my audio system is working perfectly. There's no escaping the Kilimanjaro Safaris safety spiel, because I'm sure not sick of those are raised today. At all times, please make sure you maintain with your hands, arms, feet, and legs to the vehicle. Well, I do highly encourage you to take as many photos and videos as you please. I'd also remind you to keep that stuff into the vehicle. As you drop your phone or camera or literally anything else on charger now, we will not be safe to pick it up. Right now, we're going to be entering the Tory Forest, which is our reserve, home to many of our quietest and most solitary creatures that are here today. As we head down here, let's make sure we're keeping those voices down as field. We don't want to spook or miss any of these amazing animals that coast lovely forest their home, such as an okapi over there to our right-hand side. While that okapi may look like some comes are crossed between an antelope and a zebra, they are in fact a closer relative of the giraffe, and like a giraffe, an okapi has a long tongue, known commonly as a prehensile tongue. This long tongue aids them in better grasping their food, primarily consisting of leaves, grasses, shrubbery, and other greens. The okapi was also not recognized by the Western world to exist until the year 1901, when a live subject was finally brought back to the United States. Before this time, the okapi was just considered by many to be a myth, spread among many locals in Central and Southern Africa. Coming up just around this rock bridge to our left-hand side, we have a much larger animal, one of our black rhinos. One of our larger friends out here on the reserve, weighing in up to around 3,000 to 4,000 pounds each. And though they may seem quite large, they're actually the smaller of the Toronto species, the other one being the white rhino. In case you're looking for the best way to differentiate between a white and black rhino, it has absolutely nothing to do with the color, but say you're going to look for that lip shape. And with like that point lip, these white rhinos have a much wider shaped lip. Also over there to the right, we've got one of our saddleboat storks, one of our largest bird species on the entire reserve, stands around 5 feet tall. Right now is unfortunately time to say goodbye to the Tory Forest, but before we do say goodbye, over there to our left-hand side we do have one more animal, one of our bongos, aka the ghosts of the forest. The bongos are called the ghosts of the forest because of their amazing ability to remain extremely quiet and extremely camouflaged, especially during daytime hours. Up in the waters to our right-hand side, looks like we've got a small flock of some of our pink-backed pelicans. But if you take a look on the very right-hand side of the pool down there, you can find another much larger pink friend, a couple of our nowahponduses. Normally, you can find our beautiful hippos doing exactly this, just lounging about, just trying to find ways to beat that heat, as those large bodies with sensitive skins don't do them a lot of favors when they're trying to fight that sun. We can often find our hippo just hanging out underneath that water line, usually for up to 20 minutes at a time, which is about how long and they're supposed to hold their breath for. We got one more hippo doing exactly that coming up on our left-hand side. Friends, at this time, I would like to remind everyone to remain at sea with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, as we are about to enter the territory of one of our most famous predators out here today. We have not hit too much like we found them earlier, but we might get lucky this run, so fingers crossed everyone. Not finding any just yet, but wait, there they are. Coming up on our left-hand side, you can spot that the large Tanaka, the Nile crocodiles, measuring up to 15 to 16 feet long. One of the defining features of those amazing Nile crocodiles is, of course, going to be that large jaw, which is strong enough to crush the bones of any animal on their today. And though popular media does often like to associate them with being the primary predators, yes, like would-be antelope and zebra, the Nile crocodile much prefers snacks and stuff like small whales and fish, which more easily fit inside their large jaws. Right now, we are going to be entering the Savannah region of our reserve, home to many of our largest and most iconic species out here today. As we head down this overlook, I'd like to advise all of you to make sure to get those cameras ready, as the Savannah landscape is quite beautiful, especially this time of day. But in case landscape photos aren't really your thing, I'd still like to advise all of you to make sure to keep those eyes open, as this overlook is also an excellent opportunity to grab a little bit of a preview of some of the amazing animals that you see out there in just a few moments. From this overlook, I am able to find at least 2 different species, but let's head down there and see what we can find. Seemingly greenest as you're coming out. So coming up on our right-hand side, we've got a couple of Maasai giraffes, as well as a couple of our springbuck antelope. The smallest species of antelope in the entire reserve.
There's 4 of them.
Springbuck antelope, as the name suggests, are famous for their amazing jumping ability. They are able to jump 13 feet forwards or 5 feet in the air from standing, making them the most agile creatures in the entire African savanna. Also coming up on our right, we've got a couple of wildebeests, as well as a few of our wonderfully stripy Hartman's mountain zebra, and those distinctly stripy coats. Those stripy coats are so important to zebra, and they even go all the way down to the skin level. If you were to, for whatever reason, shave a zebra completely, you would find the skin would match that exact same black and white stripe pattern, which is unique to every single individual, similar to how humans have unique fingerprints. And to settle the age-old debate of whether or not a zebra is white with black stripes or black with white stripes, they are in fact black with white stripes. You can tell by looking at those black noses. Coming up on our left-hand side, we've got a couple of our sable antelopes, as well as the smaller wildebeest I was just talking about. Well, you may consider that to be a decent-sized herd of wildebeest right now. It really does not compare anywhere close to the international standard. In the wild, wildebeest herds have been known to grow to up to around 1.5 million individuals in a single herd. And they've also been known to travel between 500 and 1,000 miles every year in search of the best food and water. As you may have guessed, those massive herbivores do tend to kick up a lot of dust. And the dust clouds they create are so large, and they're even rumored to be seen from space. Also coming up on either side are a couple of our Maasai giraffes, the tallest animal on the entire planet, standing up to a whopping 20 feet tall as an adult. The Maasai giraffe will get the majority of that world record-setting height from those same long necks, but they will also get a good deal of it with long legs as well. Those long legs also happen to act as their primary defensive tool against predators. And whenever a Maasai giraffe feels threatened by a large predator, such as a cheetah or a lion, they have to give them one switch kick, which is usually enough to scare most predators for good. Coming up on our right-hand side, we've got some really massive 6-foot long horns of some of our Ankole cattle. Those massive horns aren't just for show though, as they also help to regulate blood flow throughout the Ankole cow's entire body to help keep them nice cool in the hot sun, similar to how an internal AC system works. The Ankole cattle is also seen a sign of great wealth among many farmers in Central Africa, and the more Ankole cattle you own, the wealthier you seem. It is for this reason that the Ankole cattle is primarily raised for their milk and the meat like most of the bovine, as farmers don't want anything after the precious cows. Coming up on our right-hand side, we've got our second world record holder. This one is the largest plant in the entire France, famous meaning at 15 tons. You know, you love them, the African elephant, over there to our right-hand side. But if you are ever looking for something a little bit smaller, also over there to our left, we've got our local family of mandrills, the only monkey species out here on the entire reserve. Mandrills are famous for that distinctive red and blue facial pattern. And both males and females will have that exact same pattern is the males that have a much more well-defined and more colorful patterns to their faces. In case you happen to have any long-time friends of Kilimanjaro Safaris with us today, some of you may remember that we used to have some pretty serious difficulties with the Lovely Bridge crossing over now. Not to worry though, as those were all fixed in recent years. Let's better focus on some of these animals that cause Lovely Forest and let's reserve their home. I'm always have to cross that bridge. I can only imagine what happens when things are tilting. Coming up on either side of the turkey now are a few of our regular deposits. These regular deposits often serve as vital nutrients for many of our larger friends up here on the reserve today, as evidenced by those unused dust marks over there to our right-hand side. Well, we humans are able to enjoy a varied diet to get all of our essential vitamins and minerals. Most of our larger friends up here on the reserve aren't so lucky, and these get nutrients from more earthy substances. Whenever a creature such as an elephant, rhino, or antelope feels like they need a little bit of extra nutrition in their lives, they can often be found to actuate at those rocky walls with their tusks, horns, hooves, or wherever they have. They'll then scoop that clay directly in their mouth and let the rest of the work. As I'm sure many of you have noticed already, we do have a few more African elephants over there to our left. One of the defining features of those amazing elephants is of course going to be that large trunk, which helps to act as a bit like a fifth limb for the elephant. And similar to how we humans often like to use our arms for, the African elephant likes to use the massive trunk to better scoop food and water through tall mouths. Another cool function of the trunk is to act as a bit like a sunscreen applicator. Like their hippo and rhino cousins, elephants have very, very sensitive skin. So they can often be found burned handfuls, or in this specific case, trunkfuls, the man tends to fling onto the backs and fronts to act as a bit like a natural sunblock. So coming up on our left-hand side, we have the small flamboyants. Yes, that is what they call as a group of greater flamingo. Famous, of course, for that distinctive pink color that sports so much. Despite this, that pink color does not come to them naturally. Instead, it comes from a substance known as beta-carotene, which is commonly found from the brine shrimp that make up their everyday diets. You may notice that a few of those flamingos there are looking a little bit gray right now. Those happen to be a few of our baby flamingos hatched right here on the reserve earlier this year. And not to worry though, as they should be developing those distinct pink coats after a few short years and some helps just beta-carotene. Flamingos are hatched bigger after all, so the greater they feel, the younger they are, and the bigger they feel, the older they are. You look at that, coming up on our left-hand side, we've got one of our white rhinos. The largest of all the rhino species, weighing in and up to around 4,000 to 5,000 pounds each. As I mentioned back at black rhinos, one of the best ways to tell them apart is particularly that lip shape. And while black has a pointed lip, these white rhinos have a much wider shaped lip. This is in fact where the white rhino gets the name from. The outer contour of the white being wide, referring to that much wider shaped lip.
All I have to do is you weren't there. No. I didn't see him this time. Did they?
Over then the hills to our left-hand side, we got a couple of our cheetahs, the fastest animal on the entire planet, famously able to accelerate from 0 to 6 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, giving them a better acceleration than modern sports cars even. They're only able to maintain that speed though for a very, very short period of time, usually only a few minutes at maximum. This is how the prey most commonly learn to escape them, as they figure out very quickly, and you don't have to run cheetah, you simply have to outlast them. Most of the prey species we've seen already have a much greater stamina than cheetah, and are easy enough to outlast them with time. Make sure we keep the voice down everyone as you're at the presence of royalty. Coming up on our left-hand side, we do have the King Queens for themselves, a local family of lions. Normally, you can find our lovely lions doing exactly this, just a little lounging about trying to find ways to beat that heat, as lions are famously nocturnal predators, who usually prefer to go out their hunting unless it's in cool out, and their prey have a lot of hard times finding them. Over there to our right-hand side, we do a few more of our white rhinos. Got a bit of a small crash. That is what a group of rhinos is called, primarily because, well, rhinos take concussion into one another. They have famously very, very poor eyesight and can usually only spot on 10 feet ahead of them at any one time. They make up this though with excellent hearing ability, which can be spotted on the rhinos as well as possible threats from several miles away. Coming up on our left-hand side, we got a couple of our wonderful warthogs, the largest bird animal here in the entire reserve. As we pass by these warthogs, also make sure you clean out those large burrows dug directly to the ground there, as warthogs are the ones responsible for them with those large tusks as native digging tools. Over there to our right-hand side, we got a couple pieces of antelope, including our mountain antelope, that small brown-colored one, as well as a couple of our waterbuck antelope, those large gray-colored ones. Those waterbuck antelope, as the name suggests, really love their water. And unlike most of the other antelope species out here on the resort today, the waterbuck antelope would much prefer to stick by one large water source for almost their entire lives instead of migrating to it. Friends, I do hope you've enjoyed this wonderful little safari adventure with me today, but unfortunately it's coming to a very quick end. But before we head back to the village, I think we should have time for one more final treat for all of you today. Coming up on our left-hand side. Just beside this wooden apple up here, we've got the animal which tends to produce the most awesome out of a creature here on our resort today. They are, of course, a few of our adorably tiny Nigerian dwarf goats. Animals may look like an entire pen full of baby goats. Nearly everyone seen there is going to be a full-grown adult. Nigerian dwarf goats usually only grow to around 1 feet tall each. This combined with their small stomach size and small survival space requirements make them an excellent choice for single farm animals, as this territory of farmers means more territory for our treasure reserves, which have been unfortunately declining over the past few years. As I'm sure many of you are aware, most of the creatures out there today are severely endangered, which means that their numbers are close to extinction. Most companies are approaching habitat loss. If you'd like to ensure that future generations are able to see and enjoy all these amazing animals as we have today, I'd highly recommend donating to the Disney Conservation Fund. The Disney Conservation Fund is a non-profit which stands to benefit all of these animals of the world today with whatever they may need assistance with, whether it be through veterinary care, capital invention, or simply public awareness campaigns. For every dollar donated to this conservation fund, Disney will match $1. Donate $1 and Disney will donate $2. Donate $100 and Disney will donate $100 for Big Pocket to help more animals in need around the world. In case you happen to have any Woodis close necklace today, I'd also like to remind you at the time to pick up your safari badge. Available from a small kiosk just literally to be back up here for the final time. In order to claim that safari badge, you need to tell them the name of the truck you're down today. This would mean, of course, Simba 1. This truck's name is Simba 1. Simba as in Simba like himself, and 1 is in the number 1 tutor by Fencer Park today. Out here on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, we really don't like to combine sound just too final and too negative for our taste. Instead, we prefer to say the words Quackerini, which means to go well. So please, go well, go wild, and enjoy this day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, everyone. And please come visit us again soon. I'm sure and most will be happy to see you.